Hey folks, new instruction for assembly here. You start with your bismuth core, and if you don't have a bismuth core, or if you'd like to try it without, you just use this little clear threaded spacer. Same way, screw it. Make sure that these are halfway in. Then you screw in the next threaded rod, and then you'll have a nylon threaded connector on the inside. So that just will replace that step if you're not using the bismuth core. But we will use the bismuth core. You take your 2-inch, you got your female, make sure that it goes in about so that the bismuth core is even in the middle. Then you put your 1-inch. Then you take your special hex nuts with the little nipples or little inserts, and put them in so that the insert is facing inward. And then screw it all the way down. Put it right into the top. There, that's on the one side. Now you grab the other side, do the same thing. Okay. And then we tighten. Now you could tighten by finger, because if you tighten too strongly here, you may break the bismuth core. Bismuth is a soft metal, and we don't need this to be super duper tight, but that's pretty good. That's nice and solid there. All right. Then the next step is you'll take your spacers, and then we thread this down. We thread this all the way down. Then we take the other side, do the same thing. Thread this all the way down. Now this is an important step. So we have 6 fatty spacers in every pack of spacers. What we need now for the first one is this one that's marked on the side. It's a special spacer because it has extra space drilled out for the threaded, for the hex nut here. So that will go right down. Then we take our other one, same thing, the special one, put it on the other side. Then we grab our 3-inch. Put it through the hole. These are made to be very tight, so if this is difficult for you, you may want to just take a little sandpaper and sand it off. So for a quick instruction on how to get past this little spacer, which is threaded, because this is really tight with this 3/8 of an inch hole. They're very tight. So you just sand it a little bit on one end to taper it, and then you put it in the hole of the 3-inch in particular, because it's more solid than the 4-inch, and then just hammer it through like this. Pull it through. One more hammer here. Pull it through, and now you should be good to go for the rest of the assembly. So we'll continue with the rest of the assembly. We'll put our 3-inch here. It should go through now, not a problem. Indeed. And then the male 3-inch. Okay, and then we're ready for the next step, which involves another fatty spacer, but this one has no markings on it. And then another fatty spacer on the other side. Then we grab our 4-inch. You can start with the female on the bottom. Doesn't really matter. Push it through. There, you'll hear a little click. Okay, we got a nice snap there. Then we're going to grab the male 4-inch. You're down over the top. It's a little tricky, you just get it on. Then you want to take your hands like this so that it'll snap together. There, snap. Bam. Now, we're going to grab, I'm demonstrating now, I'll demonstrate the water charging kit. So what you're going to do now is you're going to put your 3/6 this connector, and you can attach, because I like to use a nylon part here, because that way the electricity is only going to be contacting the inside, much more the inside than the outside. And then you want to just apply a little bit of goop on the head of the screw on the inside. Just tighten that nice and tight. You could definitely use a screwdriver there. Just a little bit of goop there to goop the cap on. And then once we have that all ready, we will assemble the rest of the kit. So we're going to take the last fatty spacers, which are the regular ones, and you know, just finish her up here. There, snap closed. Now what we do is we take this spacer over here, and then we take a flat washer over the top. Then we take our regular hex nut and we just put it on each side. And this will help to keep the whole thing, whoops, let's use another one. This will help the whole thing to be stay tight. Now, if you do use pliers or anything along that nature that's much stronger than just your fingers, then at this point you still want to not do it too strong, because the whole thing is being held together in the center by the bismuth core, which is still a pretty soft metal. So here we go, and then that's that. That's that. Then we just put on the last one here. So this is applying, you apply the negative electricity on this, and the positive electricity goes here. That's it. Now if you do have an aluminum hose connector, it attaches right there. And you may want to goop it into place.